I think you have to pass it back to him. Anyway, alright, so thanks for Jill for lighting up our room. And next, I would like to invite Mr. Nazmi for our next session, which is to moderate the forum. And we have our 4 speakers as well, Mr. Danny, Luis, Dr. Zaza, and Ben, joining. And if you guys have any questions for any of our speakers, this is your chance to ask. Alright, and let's give all our speakers and the moderator a big round of applause. Alright, Nazmi, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Pedro. Before we start moderating, let me ask you one question.
The mic nearer.
Okay. Our earth is not sustainable. I want to ask you a very simple question. Do you really know what is sustainability?
Yes.
Okay, only one. The rest? When you hear ESG, do you know what it means? Is ESG a word or is it an abbreviation of a few words?
Few words.
Few words. So can you actually relate sustainability, ESG in your daily life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you believe that ESG is a business issue, not a compliance or regulatory issue?
No.
No? Why that?
Who said no? That's a very good answer, but you should tell us why.
Yeah.
It's kind of everybody should take this responsible, not only for yourself. That's good.
Okay. Very good answer. Before we proceed, let's clarify that so that everybody is in a clarity position on what sustainability, what is ESG, and how it can make extra money for you. Can I have the first? Can I have the first slide?
We have a small slide pickup.
Okay. There's some technical error. The slide ran off somewhere. But imagine that you have a mountain in front of you. Yeah, and the tip of the mountain is what we call our destination for the month of sustainability. Going to the top, there are 17 roads, which we always use the word SDG. Yeah? For each of these roads, it falls under either environment, social, or governance. Yeah? And how do we choose which route to take depends on where we are now. So some of you, if you start on your ESG journey, you may choose as social, how you treat your people. Some of you may choose environment, which means you monitor your carbon emission and other things related to environment. Or some of you may choose governance. Governance means when you manage the company, I'm simplifying it, you manage it properly. Yeah? Have you found my slides? So, once you paint that mountain picture, how you achieve it is actually through operational excellence. So when you talk about sustainability and ESG, you are talking about operational excellence and continuous improvement. In whichever route that you choose, you will always have to continuously improve yourself. In terms of business, to improve your profitability, in terms of carbon, you reduce your carbon emission. And sustainability is actually the highest level of operational excellence. Once you achieve that, are we going to the sign language? Okay. So once you achieve that, then you're there in terms of operational excellence and sustainability. Does that help you be clear about what sustainability, what is ESG, and why it helps you to make money? No?
Let's ask the panel.
Let's ask the panel. Okay.
Let's discuss the panel.
So, better sit down again. So, the first question I wanted to ask the panel is, given what you know and what you do with your products and all, how do you contribute to the daily lives of the Malaysian population? Maybe Dr. Danny wants to go first?
Is it on?
Got it. On?
Yes.
Alright. It's always our mission to be able to serve Malaysia because it's a country that we love a lot, and our mission is about making IT gadgets green and affordable for Malaysia. So not only do we help to reduce e-waste, we are trying to make the e-waste affordable for the Malaysian population. So that's one of the value that we bring.
Okay, maybe I'll take contribute a bit of this, right? In terms of how our green practices contribute to our daily lives on a day-to-day basis is we adopt several practices. Number one is we encourage our consumers to bring your own packaging and come to shopping our own products, as well as we launch products without packaging, like you buying soap, a bar of soap, we call it naked soap. It's like the soap without any sleeves on it. So it's like we go contribute to the landfill. So that's one. Number two is we source for materials or packaging is very crucial, and when it comes to cosmetic or skincare, right? Yeah, we commit to source for green materials like recyclable material or biodegradable materials. Like what you mentioned just now, is ESG gonna cost you more? Yes, it comes to green packaging for industry like us is more expensive than the normal plastic bottles. So yeah, it does cost more. So even though we commit to that, but it's very crucial for that practice for our industry to contribute to in terms of sustainability. Yeah, so that's our commitment in terms of ESG. Number three is of course the formulations that we do is harsh chemicals free from synthetics and artificial chemicals that can add to water pollution or the impact of the environment. So those are the practices and also inspire our community to do the same. So that is the contribution that we do.
Okay, in terms of O&D, we do microalgae cultivating. So how we bring value to our daily life. When we cultivate the microalgae, it's like a circular economy. We solve the carbon emission issue and solve the N2O emission issue. So it's like throwing two kill bird with one stone. And of course, we bring more sustainability to agriculture. That's all.
I need to answer because this question sounds a bit too technical for me because
I think for time it doesn't offer that kind of service.
okay, because we are from service sector. Okay, so probably they do have a phone. Okay.
probably they do have a more obvious, solid reason why they able to do so. But if just my personal opinion from banking industry, I think the components is comprised of three things. Definitely, this ESG involvement is too heavy. But governance definitely in banking industry is one of the core pillar that we can't really escape, because whatever the rule, regulation, SOP, we are strictly need to adhere with. So I think that is a very high level common answer that Indian asked me that you asked me just now. Right. Thank you. Thank you.
I have another question from Mr. Victor. Do you have any acceleration program for people to come to you and get your green loans?
Okay, so thank you. Just now I did share about the solution called Progress, right? So in fact, that is only version 1.0, 1.0. I think another 1 week or 2 weeks later, we're going to come up another second edition called Runtime, RANTAI. It gives is even more comprehensive accelerator program as what you were asking just now. It's going to help you not only give you the early assessment about your readiness level, what is your pain point. It do link you up with the proper solution provider, give you the implementation step, recommendation plan, and the last piece of it is that what is the investment cost involved with such transformation. Okay, so then eventually going to link up with what is the specific facility that just I did mention, whether it's ADF, HDG, sorry, I use a lot of short form, automation, digital facility, or low transition carbon, that kind of thing. So that is relevant. But of course, as I always mention, I don't prefer directly go in terms of a commercial product, because for me, product is too flat. No difference compared with other commercial banks. So that's why I highly emphasize in terms of what is the solution, what is the avenue that let me help you to understand where are you right now, rather than I push a product to you which may not suitable to you. I'm not sure whether I answered the question. I hope so. Getting there. No, that's a program as you asking what kind of program. 1.0 is called Progress, 2.0 is called Runtime, coming very soon. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. I have another question for Dr. Zaza. Your product that you were briefing just now,
Yes.
is that fertilizer or booster, or how do we use it?
Okay, so our product bio enhancer is not a fertilizer. It's kind of supplement to the soil. We enhance the nutrient uptake for the microbes. So we regenerate the soil, we replenish the soil so that the plant can take the nutrient in better way. Thank you.
Before I proceed with my questions and answer, I was wondering whether the room would like to ask any questions to the panel. Any points that you want to clarify based on our earlier presentation?
Maybe towards the end, once you get the whole picture.
Is there any, are there any grants available?
Sorry, do you mind repeating that?
So, is there a place where you can search for grants, for example, ESG related grants for SMEs and organizations that is available for public to look around?
Sorry, I thought the question is to me or to Danny?
To the panel.
Sorry, Andrew, probably just now I distracted by your beauty. Can you just repeat your question? distract a bit, so sorry. Because Danny tried to talk to me, then I just somehow distracted.
So is there any place or platform where we can see all the different grants related to ESG or sustainability, where we can search and see how we can apply as SMEs or organizations to them?
Okay, coming from banking industry, I think just for your information, bank organization, we do have quite a number of divisions. Okay, for myself, before under SME conversion, which we serve SME entrepreneur community. Okay, but we do have corporate division. We do have consumer division. Okay, a lot of different divisions. So if through us, definitely we have a lot of different avenues, reach out to school, join management body, association, some rural area, what kind of social responsibility we have. But in terms of the banking, bank level, right, I just give you an obvious example is that Alliance Bank, we just moved into our new building. Okay, from Menara Multipurpose, we just moved it to Jalan Ampang. It's called Oxley Tower. Now it's called Menara Alliance Bank. Okay, I think just moved it last July, somewhere like that. That is a signature green environmental building. Okay, so we try to lead by example. It's not showing that what kind of facility I furnish, but the entire building, what energy saving that we adopted. In the calculation, I'm not expert. Probably Dr. Zaza able to answer that. So I do believe that through this kind of seminar workshop, we try to keep on give education to all the community. Why is it so important? But of course, come back to reality is that as an entrepreneur, business owner, as I mentioned, we also need to ensure that the sufficient profitability is there, so that my organization able to sustain, to serve others, to serve my staff, to ensure that profit is there, so that I can dream about growth as well, right? So probably my statement over here somehow rather will try to link it back to some business productivity and eventually gain some profit margin through this kind of ESG adoption.
Did you apply for a grant to build a building?
Okay, so you need a grant.
Did you apply for an ESG grant to build your building?
On this one, I'm not sure. I'm not there to answer because for the entire building, it costs us about 400 crore. Yeah. So I'm not sure whether that funds come from where. Yeah. Okay. So probably I pass the floor to another.
Any more questions from the room, from the floor? Yep.
Sorry?
Does this ESP program in the bank involve with the GBI standard, the Green Building Index? So you can apply for the grant and then obviously build the green building according to the Green Building Index requirement and get in.
Okay.
Is it?
So probably I need to clarify one thing is that the grant just I did mention is not belongs to Alliance Bank. Okay, that is an initiative come from MITI. Okay, and they appointed Sirim as a project manager to run the entire project called Smart Tekka, is to entice the community to transform into smart. Okay, so what I try to position is saying that this program, Alliance Bank is one of the panel financial institution in this program. So as mentioned, this grant is up to 50% or 500,000. Okay, imagine if your investment cost is 1 million. Just imagine, and assuming that the 500,000 grant been approved by MITI. As an entrepreneur, SME owner, you still need to fork out your own 50%. Am I right? So you can choose to do so, or you can look for the financing come from the 8 panel FI. So Alliance Bank is one of it. But to answer your further question, whether the grant will be approved or what, sorry to say that because that one is beyond our approval, because that is you need to go through.
Not approval. Let's say, for example, now I want to build a building and I want to go for Green Building Index. Right? Does this grant allow you to do so that?
Okay, because the definition over here is talk about smart factory. Okay, so they use a quite proper word over here. It's called factory. So I'm not sure whether your building is it should be a warehouse or.
I'm asking.
Yeah, okay. So I think that probably you can look for other grant as well, such as like smart automation grant. Okay, so if let's say related to automation that part, because from government side they do have a lot of subsidy, which I also can't really half everything and remember everything.
Which ministry is dealing with the grants in Malaysia?
it's quite a lot. Margarine also have,
Every
Minty
ministry
also have,
separate.
Maida also have. They do have a lot of different initiatives to see what kind of objective that as an entrepreneur you want to look to it or not. Even you talk about digitalization grant also have, right? So it's too much already. Yeah. Sorry ma'am, I'm not sure whether I answered the question. Thank you.
5 more minutes. Yeah?
A very good afternoon to all the panelists and thank you for the sharing. So my name is Andrew. So currently I'm taking research about the ESG drivers among SME in Malaysia. So I got 2 questions. So the first question is like, based on your experience, do you think ESG pressure will be influenced to the sustainability practices among the SME? So among the ESG pressure, so what kind of pressure do you think is most affected? Like regulatory pressure, stakeholder pressure, and competitive pressure. This is the first. Then the second is, do you think the awareness among the SME is very important because it will affect the apply of the sustainability practices? So this is my 2 questions. All the panels. Yeah.
Hold on to the mic in case you need to repeat the question.
Okay.
Okay, I try.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we're going to continue. Okay. One very important thing is that I always emphasize on literacy, education. That one is so important. Without the awareness, you don't even know what you need. You don't even know what you want. Then you just go to apply something. You're not sure whether that is suitable to you or going to bring you any benefit or not. That is why today E3 come up with those incubator program, those things, right? And also Nasri also did ask about, do Alliance Bank have another accelerator program? I think the maturity, just my personal opinion, don't quote Alliance Bank, just quote Dave, if I will get in trouble. My personal opinion, I think that yes, everybody will try to act hero. They say, yeah, I know what is ESG, but just ask yourself, you bottom of heart, are you really understand what is ESG about? In fact, not really of us, we do understand what is the real meaning of it and how impactful it brings. Until few months ago, we see the global tension, how tough is the US, Iran, Israel war, all those things. Sooner or later, we will see how impactful it is that if we're not going to transform fast enough. You just see that kind of energy prices. Sooner or later, we all in big trouble. So I just sincerely urge everyone, just to encourage everyone, if you haven't done so, please don't wait until the natural resources, everything gone already. I think our business also www.holland.com. I really sincerely, and then it continue.
You say everything I want to say, nothing to say. Okay, to me, I coming in from a SME perspective, this is the era where if it's not mandated, if it's not compulsory, nobody will do it. Okay, this is an era where the ESG is actually a seashell era. What is the seashell era? I call it seashell era, my own definition. Is that everyone come out with their own definition of ESG interpretation. My carbon footprint tracking, there's a certain guru come out, oh, I have this set of guidelines. There's another guru suddenly come out and there's various associations coming up with different standards and practices. And so it's kalam kabut. But however, I think that if government were to actually uniform it and mandate it and create a proper measurement into it, quantify it, I think that it would actually help to clear the system. And we are working in a few other government organizations in terms of creating that, and we are taking a small step at a time in terms of creating carbon tracking software because it's very much related to what we are doing. So hopefully that answers some of the questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. questions? There's one last question.
Last question. Come and get the mic.
My question is related to the AI, artificial intelligence. How does the AI impact to the ESG? Recently, there's a ISO 9001-2026 require the AI validation. How does it impact AI to the ESG?
Can I just clarify that when you say AI validation, to validate whether the AI is
Okay, according to the ISO 9001-2026, explain that for the AI, whatever data need to validate, similar tools to be used in any platform, but the industry must be identified. Yes.
anybody would be familiar with that?
Would anyone like to attend this?
I think in industry you are the right person to answer. Because you are consultant.
If what you are looking for is to validate the usage of AI in the ESG program, overall, if I'm not mistaken, ESG itself will require somebody to audit and validate it. So if that's part of the process, yes, it will be included.
The question is actually, my question is not only to everyone, even I'm the part from Malaysia Technical Forum, also question about ESG. Because most of the information include the AI, like validation and verifications based on AI usage, but only the accuracy. Like this accuracy, we also want to come up how to validate for the accuracy. That's why I asked to all gentlemen.
Okay, you're looking for an opinion, right? Okay.
Accuracy of the data.
The accuracy of the data, there is a process in ESG audit. If you are a multinational or a berhad, all your data that you claim that you have done and all needs to go through a verification and audit process. Usually, your financial statement is subject to one type of verification. The non-financial statement, like ESG, is also subject to audit and verification. But as far as I know, in that so-called way of doing things, they didn't cover the accuracy. And I think the reason is different regions will have different EF or efficient factor.
The final question, question. Is it necessary that, because the ESG just cover for regulatory requirement, one for 9001, one for environment and social safety, is it necessary to include for AI MS into ESG in future? What do you think? It's for 2001.
But perhaps you should consider whether AI is seen as a tool.
It's a tool in management system.
Okay. That answers your question? Whether you need to validate or not? Okay. The rest of the four panel, any view?
Let me just admit, I cannot answer because it's really, I don't have that knowledge. Probably three of them.
I have the honor and also the pleasure of working together with some of the government agencies on AI adoption in terms of measurement of carbon footprint. So there are a few software in the market that is actually using AI in terms of doing carbon tracking. But however, in terms of government agency, they feel that it's a lot of makeup. So in terms of the validation on the human factor intervention is still the vital in the ESG audit trail. So that's the feedback that based on my limited knowledge that I have. But these are words from some of the very established government agencies that are into carbon tracking.
Yeah, I think this question is very challenging. Even though I'm a part of international audit and atmosphere engineering, also question about ESG related for AI. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Alright. Wow, this is one of the longest forum we have because we have a lot of very interested participants.
Yes. Thank you very much for all the questions. Thank you very much. The panel has been very fruitful. Now I return the floor to
Thank you.
Mr. Kendra.
I would request the speakers to stay on. Thank you, Mr. Nazmi, for moderating. I would like to invite Professor, founder of E3, to give away our speaker for today. After this, we have lucky draw. Stay on. So I would like to give a token of appreciation to Dr. Zaza. Big round of applause. Hold on. 1 minute. Sorry. That's good. Okay, good. Okay, done. All right. Next, I'd like to present a token of appreciation to Luis. All right, next. Presenting a token of appreciation to Mr. Bear. Done. And now, token of appreciation to Mr. Danny.
A little bit happy. Nice. Fantastic. Well done, gentlemen.
Okay, let's have a group photo with all the speakers and our professor, along with our, of course, with our OC. MC camera. Okay.
Nice. Well done. Thank you very much. And also, well done. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, all our speakers.
Thank you.
And now it's lucky draw. Okay, how are we going to do this?